Hi my beautiful people, my name is Hajara, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what happens when your asylum is being rejected. That is the saddest thing, when your asylum application is being rejected. But do you know that we have two rejections? We have the simple rejection and we have the obvious rejection. Okay, so when you receive one of these, what do you need to do? What are the first things that you need to do? Number one, if at all you receive a simple rejection, you can apply within 2 weeks. You can make appeal within 2 weeks. You're entitled to make appeal within 2 weeks. If your application is denied and it is a simple rejection, you're going to be given 2 weeks to apply for appeal. Okay, but if you have an obvious rejection, you must act within 7 days and also ask to stop your deportation. That is the difference. A simple rejection and an obvious rejection. A simple rejection, you can appeal within 2 weeks. But an obvious rejection, you must act within 7 days and also ask to stop deportation. So, what happens after a rejection? For example, you appeal. If you at all you appeal, you do not agree to what the BAMF has decided upon your asylum application. So, if you appeal, one thing, you have to go to the administrative courts. Okay? In appealing, you go to administrative courts. A judge will review your case. You usually can stay in Germany during the court process if you appeal. Okay, if your appeal fails, you will receive a final decision and you must leave the country. If you do not leave voluntarily, you may be deported. Sometimes you may get a duldung, a temporary permission to stay, if deportation is not possible. So, let me take you through the protection types here we have in Germany. Okay, we have the protection, the type of protection, we have the duration when you're into this protection type, we have the duration, can you bring your family or can you not bring your family, chances for permanent stay under this type of protection. Okay, when you are on a refugee status, okay, they will give you duration of 3 years. You can bring your family and you can stay after 3 to 5 years. So if the 3 years that they give you get expired, you can always go and extend your residence permit. Okay, when you get subsidiary protection, that is another type of protection. When you get a subsidiary protection, they will give you a duration of 1 year and it is renewable. You can renew it. Okay, in this case, you can bring your family after 3 years. That means you have to keep on renewing, and after 3 years you can bring your family and you have a chance to stay permanent or to apply for a permanent residency. When you have a deportation ban, that is under paragraph 60, when you have a deportation ban, the duration is just viable. Okay, you cannot bring your family. You can bring or you cannot bring your family. It is a maybe. Chances of staying here in Germany permanent, it will depend on the situation. Okay, it will depend on the situation. So your life will be on a maybe. If you have duldung or toleration, duration temporary only. There is no permanent, it's only temporary. Can you bring your family when you have Duldung? No, you cannot. Can you stay permanent here in Germany? Usually no long-term stay. That's what I can say. Okay? So after knowing the type of protection that you receive, if at all your asylum is being granted, I've given you the summary of the type of protection that you will receive. So then let me just give you the key tips for the applicants. Okay? One thing you have to do, you have to apply early. As soon as you arrive in Germany, just apply for asylum so that it will help you for the process to run smoothly. When you are here, you will use your time accordingly. So you have to apply early. Number 2, take the interviews serious. These interviews have to be taken seriously. It's the heart of your case. If you do not take this interview serious, then that will be the beginning of your suffering here in Germany. Once your asylum is rejected, it's not easy. Even when you go to the courts of law, when you appeal, you will always have to either you get out a positive or a negative. But normally, nowadays, it's a negative. So take your interviews serious because it's the heart of your case. If at all you're scared, get a legal advice. There are organizations here in Germany, okay, like the Pro Asylum, Caritas, Diakoni. They can help you. They can give you legal advice. They can give you the confidence that you need. If at all you don't have confidence, they can always give you the confidence that you need. Number 4, you have to tell the truth. False stories or contradictions can ruin your case, so you have to tell the truth. Number 5, keep the documents. Keep the documents. Anything that proves your story, ID, threats, photos, news articles, keep the documents. You have to present them as your evidence. So keep the documents. Follow deadlines. Okay? Follow deadlines. For example, especially after rejection. I said we have 2 types of rejections. We have a simple rejection and an obvious rejection. So, a simple rejection, you can appeal within 2 weeks. An obvious rejection, you have to act within 7 days. So that is the difference in rejection. Okay?